Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to another. What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. Welcome back to another Three Reasons Why, where we're just talking about real cuss shit, always straight off the top of our head. It's your boy Common Sense Marcus in the building, from my mama, from Stockton, from West Coast, from this flat earth. Anyways, we're about to kick this shit going. I'm here with my peeps.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the 209 Tiger. I hope y'all had a good Christmas. Baby Jesus' birthday. Let's get it. 3 reasons why. Let's go.
What's going on? The CDP 209 out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Born and raised Stockton, California. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, on today's episode, we're about to get into these little stimulus checks that they've been talking about. That's $600. Does that float your boat? Is it enough? Not enough? You let us know. We're about to discuss that. Then later on, we're about to get into some dinosaurs and some other things. But let's bring it all the way back to the front with the $600 stimulus, or 2000, 600, 2000. They're still there fighting about it. What was your guys' first thoughts? Because right now we're at 600, so I can't say 2000 or anything until they say we're at 2000. What was your guys' first reaction when you seen that they decided to give us $600 each?
I was like, first thing I said, a week? They're going to give it a week? You know what I'm saying? But then when I found out, I guess it's a month and it's just one time or something like that. I'm not sure. Well, that's just like ridiculous. Like, you know what I'm saying? You pay one bill or you go grocery shopping, whatever it is. That's it. Good luck. Happy trails. You know what I'm saying? That's like a slap in the face, like everybody's saying. A slap in the face. And then I looked up, other countries and they similar stuff. You got in Australia, they getting 1,900 a month. Canada, they're getting 1,400 a month. Denmark, they're getting 3,200 a month. France, they're getting 7,500 a month. Germany, 7,300 a month. Ireland, they're getting 1,700 a month.
Are these dollars? Or these like francs or rubies? Or these dollars?
Yen,
whatever.
It's all that, man.
Damn.
The UK, they're getting 3,000 a month.
Damn.
In the US, so far they're giving us 1,200 to last for 32 weeks.
Damn.
And
Shit.
they've been getting that since, this shit started in March of this year. They've been getting that time while we've been begging for this $600 that they finally came to. But I heard also, I heard Trump vetoed that last week, middle of this week. I heard he vetoed it because there was a clause in there. It was like 5,000. The offer was 5,000 pages long. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they didn't expect it was so long. I guess Trump was going to see if they came to an agreement. The money, okay, push it out, get it to the people, or not read it. But he read it, and I guess there's some clause to if he agrees to it, it takes away some power that he has. Like I know one of them is it will take away his power to shut down the government and call the Insurrection Act or martial law. So that's one of the main reasons, but it's a lot more. But that's one of the main reasons he was like, oh hell no, they trying to dupe me. Now, so I heard he vetoed it though. So, and he's pushing for the 2,000. And I don't know. We'll see what's going on.
When they first announced like they agreed to a $600 stimulus, I seen like the lawmakers walking out. One of the ladies had like a Burberry fit on, like a sweater. Like, yeah, I was like, man, dude, that sweater cost more than that $600. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was just her Wednesday coat.
Yeah, that's probably $100 all the money that's left because they gonna stuff their pockets. You know what I'm saying? They throwing it. It's like money laundering basically. They giving like millions to the Smithsonian, millions to like fishing industry, millions to this,
It
and
was like
it's probably all their businesses, and they know somebody in there where they could get the direct cash from them and put it in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? Give millions to this. My cousin is part owner of that. Throw 32 million in that. You know what I mean? It's shit like that. That's all they doing. Money
what
laundering, so they could. Uh,
I was saying, wasn't one of them like 100 million to NASA or something like that?
Probably, yeah. I
Like
like.
million to NASA.
I know it's crazy. My initial thoughts was the 600. When I found out, I was like, about fucking time. Like like what the fuck took so long? Like we gotta check way back in. I don't know. Like you said, March, April, somewhere around there. Niggas is losing their jobs constantly. Like what's taking these niggas time? And then it hit me like, oh, it's political. They think Trump lost, so now they're like, look what we could do. Trump did do this. Look what we did. Like here, 600. But then me loving math so much, I did the math. Let me see if I can see that. Look, that's $900 trillion. They're talking about divided by. There's 400 million people in the United States. So if you do 900 trillion divided by 400 million, you come up with $2,250. Everybody should be getting. So I roll with Trump on that 2,000 because if you start looking at the bill, Cambodia gets some money, Iran gets some money, Egypt gets some money. Like, what the fuck? Why are we paying these niggas? Don't they got their
Yeah.
own government? And then, like y'all said, uh, Trump came out. I seen his little tweet the other day or his little press conference that they don't show on TV. He came out and said, the Smithsonian's getting like $2 million, but it's closed right now. This place is getting X amount of money, but it's closed right now. Nobody's there. Like, what
yeah,
the fuck? Why are we paying people money when they ain't even there? You ain't
yeah,
even got the lights on and you paying niggas money. Like, what
yeah.
the fuck?
I think more than that is all that money going to the other countries. It's like the stimulus I thought was for us, the people who's out here doing bad. Like I didn't know part of us getting better is like them getting better too.
They
Like
pay,
if they get 600 each over there, you know what I mean? It's like what they getting the money for?
they
They
got
call it a they
they
call it
got
a Corona bill, but it ain't nothing to do with Corona though. Like nigga, a Corona relief. And how you gonna give cats like lucky enough I've been able to work. I think God bless we all been able to work. But what about the cats that ain't been able to work? What you think $600 gonna get them out the hole? Like, yeah, you good now. You even. What the fuck? It's not even $1 a day. Or what is that like? That's more than $1 a day. That's like $3 a day. Like, here you go. Nigga, what
Like
the fuck? We in Kakistan or some shit?
like $600 is like, man, that's so small. That's so small of an amount. Like you gotta blow that money. Man, people gotta blow that money. Like $600. I mean, if you living out here in Stockton, I mean $600. That's man. I don't know if that gets you a one bedroom. That's gonna get you a one bedroom like South, like like where places where it go down at. Like so yeah, 600. I probably just say, man, give me my PS5 with that, and I'll call it a day. Cause what they gonna do with like it? I mean, it could probably pay for maybe 3 rounds of groceries, maybe. But other than that, it's like $600. Now 2,000 is like different. You're like, okay, I can maybe make some real moves, some adjustments. I mean, at least it's something. 1,400 more, But 600 is like that's so little. If it would have came earlier, I'd have been like, all right, here, take this and use this on Christmas or something. Like
Yeah.
it's so low of a money, you don't respect it like that. Like $600, like what? That's a like what? That's a paycheck. That's only one paycheck. We
yeah,
could have that makes sense more.
Uh, that's why that's why I don't get it because they don't give. Everybody knows they print money. They just printing this money out. Supposedly we owe the treasury or somebody like our kids got to pay the shit back. But if our kids got to pay the shit back, at least give me something that I could be like, yeah, for a while. Like, yeah, I'm sorry, great grandson, you got to pay my 600 racks back or something so we can live. You talking about UK getting 3,000 pounds? Nigga, pounds are more than the American dollar. They getting that a month? Like, what the fuck? We over here screwed. And I know the first stimulus check, they cut us out like I think it was 1,200 or whatever it was. It was money. So you're like, all right, they're doing something. But a lot of that money went to bail out the airlines, bail out Planned Parenthood. Man, I'm so tired of bailing out these motherfuckers. Like I don't know if y'all remember, but remember the economy crashed in like what was it, '08? Nigga bailed out the banks, bailed out this, bailed out that. Tired of bailing out. Who gonna bail me out? Who gonna bail the people worse than me out that are struggling when they got signs on their door like can't pay rent? Sorry, come try to kick us out. Like bail those motherfuckers out. Like you talking about $900 trillion and niggas getting $600. Like, come on, man. That shit don't add up, man. We all know that shit don't add up. Even if you give 2 racks, like if for motherfuckers has been off work for 6 months, 2 racks is still like the fuck you caused this shit. So I don't know. That those were my first initial reactions when I heard like $600. Like, oh man.
Okay, or maybe every week that'll be cool, but you know what I'm saying? Keep it constant, like Canada and all them motherfuckers getting, just one time, that's it, just one time. And motherfuckers is broke after December. That's it. That's just you already looking for your taxes. You know what I'm saying? You waiting on taxes after Christmas.
I think that's why they want to get friend. They're like, man, you know what I'm saying? Tax season's coming. You know, we don't want to hit these fools off with like 2 consecutive checks.
Uh-huh.
Because I mean,
I'm not sure, but one reason why they did it so late is my wife was talking about it. You gotta claim that 600 on your taxes. So it's not like a free gift. Like, hey, man, you got $600 income from the government that you weren't expecting. We're gonna take a quarterback at the end of the year. Give me a quarterback. Like, what the fuck? So now you're talking about like, about $500 realistically in your pocket. The rest you got to pay taxes on.
Right.
But man,
and especially like yesterday in Tennessee with that explosion. All them businesses that got destroyed, that's more people lost jobs than everything they worked for. $600. You know what I mean? They're going to burn that shit. Like, just sit it out of my face. They're going to go blow something else up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you serious? My whole blew up. $600?
Right there. Like, that's a new TV. I mean, you know what I mean? People just got to call it what it is. Okay, I got 600. All right, man, I'm going to go get me a new 65-inch. Like, it can't help you in your real life with your real problems. Like, $600? I mean, yeah, if you're starving, it can give you some food, but where you gonna cook the food up at? Because you're probably gonna be homeless by that time.
Yeah, that's a good point. It kind of on the same analogy, like you see a homeless dude outside, and you're like, "Look, I'm gonna give him $20. This gonna hurt me, but it's gonna help him." Nah, nigga's gonna take care of him for maybe a day. Then tomorrow he gonna be right back out there asking for money or whatever. Yeah. That's what that $600 basically is. Like, yo, shut up for today. And then I thought was funny too was hella Democrats, hella people like anti-Trumpers was like, wait, Trump's trying to give us $2,000? Yo, Trump's solid. I like Trump now. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Like, because this dude want to give you money, you want to flip now?
Like that meme, one of y'all sent me, I think it was Carl, saying, they said, oh, now get this motherfucker up $600. Get this motherfucker up. This motherfucker broke.
Yeah. That motherfucker broke. Like, yeah, get him up out of there. Like, what? That's what I'm saying. I forgot who I was texting with. Well, probably someone in my family. And it was talking about the 2000. I was like, man, if Trump get this passed, Biden gonna have to come with 4. He gonna look sorry as hell. Like, he can forget about a re-election. Send that cash. That's the motto. Send that cash. Like, look, if he get 2000. You come with anything less than 2,000, that's it. We getting a new president in 4 years, or you know what I'm saying, or sooner. You know what I mean? If homie makes it the whole term, but I'll be like, yeah,
some treatment.
Nah, yeah, because $600, because they was giving up to $1,000 gift cards or whatever to Native Americans in Nevada and Oklahoma to vote Democrat. They're like, yo, here's this Visa gift card for you, like no problem. So if they giving out Visa gift cards a month ago, they can give my Visa gift card, Biden. If you the president, pay the man.
You know what? And you know what really had me tripping the most? People from California signed off on this bill. Man, someone from California signed off on $600, man. That ain't shit out here. Like $600? I don't know, like prices. I think of maybe places like, I don't know, maybe in like Cincinnati, Ohio, or Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Mexico, you know what I'm saying? But California? Oh, man, hell no. That's like a slap in the face. Whoever signed that from California. You know $600 ain't buying shit out here.
I don't think you could even get a studio in the hood for like $600.
That's like 2 tires.
1 month. It's only one time, so you can't even think about getting a place to live because you ain't gonna be able to pay the rent after that. Once you move in, you're gonna have to move out.
And my other initial reaction too, when I first heard about it, like I just clicked on I seen the link like, hey, got past $600 direct deposit. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, the next day I was in my bank account like, yo, where my $600 at though? Yeah, I've been waiting on that $600. I ain't gonna lie, like it's a slap in the face. But if you gonna give it already. You know what I'm saying? Stop bullshitting. Give me that $1,400 on the back end.
Yeah, I'd be like, fuck your 600, you know, but I'm gonna take it though.
Yeah, those were my reactions.
Arm ass parlaying with that $600.
Do something.
Go down casino and try to flip it.
Hey, did you guys see on the news? There's like an Indian casino out there in like Sonoma, and they're planning on having like a private party for New Year's Eve, and they're fighting it out there. And it was like, but it's their own land. It's like, how you know what I mean? How you gonna tell them that they can't have the party? It's gonna be like a 4,000. I think it's like a 4,000 plus. Like that's it. That's gonna be the total amount of people that could come in. You know what I mean? 4,000 people and X amount of however much employees. But it's like, man, you hating on the Indians getting their money again? Like, oh man.
Nah, I didn't see that, but I wouldn't put it past the government to be like, yeah, that's your land until we say it's not your land no more. Get the fuck out of there.
I don't understand why Texas ain't exercised their right. The state of Texas, because that's why it's a Lone Star state. You know what I'm saying? They don't really have to follow the rules of the United States. You know what I'm saying? With the mask and all that shit, they don't really have to do that shit in the state of Texas. They could go on. I forgot what they call it. It's kind of like Washington D.C. Washington D.C. really isn't part of the United States either.
Right.
But they could if they disagree with something that the United States is doing, they can go against it and go up under their own. You know what I'm saying? Government.
Well, shit. Every state could do that because fucking we lived in California, West Coast, stand up. Like 10 years ago, maybe fucking weed got legal, but only with a doctor's card. Nigga, it was still a federal offense. Every state can do whatever the fuck they want to do. For example, in Florida right now, my boss went out to Florida. Nigga, you can walk up into a liquor store. No, there's no mask out there. There's no social distancing. There's no nothing. It's regular life out there. I told her, like, shit, that'd be amazing to be up in a liquor store and be behind somebody, be like, yo, what you looking at? Like, they right here, like, you know, oh, hey, get back. Like, I don't even know what that looks like no more to be up on somebody's shoulder, like, yo, you see that? Like, niggas be like, hold on, man, back up. Yeah. You see the sticker on the ground? We don't know where to stand. Like, it's a different rails.
I was watching the Kid and Play movie, that Class Act. And you remember the dark skinned one, he was like a player and all that shit. He was in the club and just all kind of girls just coming up kissing him and he kissing them and all that shit. Like, I was just thinking, like, damn, you can't even do that shit. That's death. That's suicide.
Y'all be doing like I'll be doing that lately because I was going through some old pictures. But I'm like, you look at the old pictures and be like, damn, can you imagine that now? You know, it's like, yeah. Like you see, like even the ones like, if it's say I'm on Facebook, it'd be like a Facebook memory or something, and then it's like, damn, that was 2 years ago, or damn, look at last year, I'm out there in Vegas doing it. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
Now you look at it like, fuck, I don't know next time.
There's I know in the UK, the Rothschilds, they're no longer in control. Like, it's no longer, the UK is no longer a corporation, and it's said that the United States is no longer a corporation, to where the Rothschilds own like the banks. So like, it's back to Republic. So Republican is like a republic is for the people. You know what I'm saying? Back to the republic for the people is no longer considered a corporation, no longer owned. It's for us. But basically, in the UK, that's why they're tripping and going crazy out there, because the police is no longer in power. They work for the Rothschilds. The Rothschilds is out of there. You know what I'm saying? It's a republic now out there. So that's why they rioting and all that. And the police is like, they don't have no control. They arrest you. Shit, that'll be illegal. You know what I'm saying? If you know your rights, they don't have no power to arrest nobody no more. They're saying that's how it is over here in the United States. But yeah, that's and I think that's probably why Portland and all that shit going crazy out there, because the people know. Like a lot of states, they don't know. You gotta know your shit. You gotta look that shit up. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna announce that shit on TV. So a lot of folks in America ain't hip to that.
Nah, as a society, we sleep. Like yesterday, I was telling you off camera. I mean, shout out to. I hope everybody had a safe Christmas. Hope everybody's happy and all that. But yesterday on Christmas, motherfuckers were blown up. Was it Nashville, Tennessee? Some shit went out there, blown up. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but my whole point of bringing that up is like, I only found out about that from TikTok. I don't got Facebook, nothing like that. That shit wasn't on the 5 o'clock news. Like, hey, check it out, Nashville, Tennessee, blah 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 blah. Like, dude, like I was telling y'all, if somebody invades or if something happens over here, nigga, we ain't gonna know shit, because we dumb. For me, I'm addicted to this. Like, hold on, what is this telling me? Instead of opening up my door, be like, yo, is that the Russians? Oh shit. Oh shit. So yeah, if the Rothschilds in charge or not in charge, or whoever in charge over here, nigga, we ain't gonna find out till it's too late, till they got complete control.
Yeah, that's true, especially with everybody having to stay inside.
Saying the bomb in Tennessee, like they were trying to destroy the evidence of those. What's the thing that they call that kept the count of the election? The computer.
Dominion voting machines.
Yes, they have. That's where they stored. I don't know all, but some of the Dominion voting machines, and that was the true reason of the bomb. They were trying to destroy them shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if wherever the RV was, they were in that building or what. But yeah. And then they got like a $10,000 reward for information for whoever was driving that or where that RV came from. They got it. They got it all on the. They got the RV and everything. I guess it's right there in front of the building that blew up. Supposedly that's why the explosion happened. They were trying to destroy evidence. Just like that bank that was on fire in the UK. That bank was owned by the Rothschilds. Those people out there were sent by the Rothschilds to burn that bank up and fuck it up, because the paperwork in there that ended up. Well, the United States military already got that paperwork out before all that shit happened. They were hip to it. You know what I'm saying? So it was already null and void. That's why the Rothschilds, they lost their power over there. It's over out there. For some reason, shit moved faster, news moved faster, or whatever over there in the UK. Shit over here just dragged. You know what I'm saying? I think it's because, the deep state, they're in control of what goes on TV. You know what I'm saying? What people hear,
Off top.
I think that's why we gotta research and read. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what motherfuckers don't like to do. Research and read.
Yo, 60. Yeah, touching on that, 60% of the people who voted for Biden never heard about Hunter Biden's story. 60% never understood that his son was out there doing coke off strippers and fucking selling information or whatever. Either didn't hear about it, and then I think another certain percent don't believe it. Like, no, that don't sound right. Like, you talking about deep Satan control, nigga. We are fully controlled, if you like it or not. There might be sprinkles like us starting to wake up, but as a whole, we controlled as fuck.
Hey, and the thing, that wasn't even big news, that Hunter Biden thing. That, you know what I mean? They gotta kept that like, it was kind of like, like you heard about it a little bit, then you didn't really hear about it. Then you kind of heard about it, like, because as soon as someone started saying something, they came and shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
But that was in the New York Times, and that Trump lady retweeted it, and they took her thing down or whatever. They like threatened to suspend, suspend her Twitter account.
Talking about it's fake news or whatever, but it's like the New York Post said it. Why the fuck can I retweet it? Yeah, they shut all that shit down before the election. Your boy Zuckerberg had a big part of that too. But fucking oh man, what's gonna tell you?
Another thing real quick was that Hunter Biden shit. That shit came from China. Some Chinese folks released that shit to us. That shit didn't come from the Trump administration. You know what I'm saying? That shit came. That's the Chinese folks telling us like, yo, this is what this dude over here doing. You know, that ain't got nothing to do with Trump. The Chinese released that shit. Some billionaire or something.
They got a like a heavy-set Chinese man with glasses over there looking like InfoWars, like releasing shit over there all the time. Like, check this out, the people. But they still hush that shit to this day. Like that Uncle Joe Pop just had a press conference about Christmas, a coronavirus shot. Look at me. And then after he was like, okay, God bless these doctors. A reporter who had balls was like, hey, are you going to tell the people about your son? No lie. Uncle Joe Pop was like, you a long-faced pony horse or some shit like that. You know the nigga love horses. He was like, you a long-faced pony horse. Whatever. What the fuck does that mean? A pony horse? The fuck? Like, he's still trying to shut that shit down. Like, he probably gave him that look too, like, you dead. Like, nigga, your career is ended right now. Yeah. Don't ask me this shit. They constantly trying to hide that shit.
After, like,
there's photos of that dropped about Biden using the teleprompter. You know what I'm saying? There's like photos that dropped yesterday too, but people were disputing them and all that shit. It's just anything or everything. They want evidence. You put it out. You know, read it or see it. They're gonna fight it like it's fake.
Yeah, like I was telling y'all last time, you know what I'm saying? If you believe all your life 2 + 2 is 5, and somebody come tell you 4, you can be like, fuck no. And I gave you that example last night with my mom. I love my mom. Merry Christmas, Mom. Happy New Year. But I was talking about Democrats, and she was like, oh no. It's like you ever see a computer game start to glitch? That's how she was like, no. Like the Matrix was getting to her.
I talked to my stepmother last week, and she like a full Biden and Kamala. She was going off on Trump, and I was just like, but anyway, have a good holiday. I'll just smile and say nothing. Like it's worthless even to say anything. So I'll just let her.
We'll take the election period.
Hey, y'all see that fucking news I sent you about Fresno? Talking about they want to shut down everything for 5 days. Everything.
Was it everything except the gas stations and grocery stores, or were they included?
Everything, nigga, everything. Like you just go home for 5. You just stay on the street for 5 days or whatever. Like it's not a law yet, but they're talking about making a law. Talking about our IC units at 98%. If it gets to 100%, we're gonna shut down all of Fresno County. Like what the fuck? Like how the fuck if I live day to day, how the fuck I'm gonna get my water, my food, my whatever, dude, my hospital care, my whatever. Like, what the fuck, dude? I can't get gas to leave this fucking city. Like, I can't do nothing. You gonna shut it down for 5 days for Corona? Nigga, that ain't stopping shit. And the reason why they were like, let's stop grocery stores and all this shit is because those are hot spots. But your work isn't a hot spot, but grocery stores are hot spots. Like, what the fuck? Dude, shut the fuck up. Like, when I seen that, I was like, this dude need to get slapped inside his face, like, to propose this. I'm tired of that fucking bullshit lockdown.
They're trying to just start shit because somebody baby start crying that they hungry and then the grocery store is closed. Motherfuckers gonna go get it by any means. Kicking in, first motherfucker kicking the window at the grocery store, they all coming. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just gonna be waiting for somebody to set it off. That's it. First person to set it off, it's over.
I'd rather.
That's true. If they shut down the police department for 5 days, who's gonna come get you?
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, I would think like I'd rather be wide, fully open instead of somebody controlling how much food. Because it's like, how motherfucker know how hungry I get? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We a big family. You know, I got young boys. You know, they get hungry too. So it's like, nah, I don't want nobody handing me out portions of food. And it's like, oh well, stock up early and prepare. What if your refrigerator goes out? What you gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. They control the power. They can just be like, "Oops, it went off. Yeah, my bad. It's gonna take 7 days to get back on. My bad. Yeah, what the fuck?"
Oh, motherfucker gonna kick that door, man. That's the setup. Just trying to get shit started.
That's what I'm saying, man. This I know we getting off topic, but this Corona shit getting out of control, man. From what I seen, just common sense markets, they shutting down all our economy, well, they already shut down our economy and our way of life, but they ain't trying to repair shit. They trying to destroy it, destroy it completely. Like what the fuck, like, and to me, it's clear as day, but to other motherfuckers be like, just gonna go to work. Good morning, good morning. Like what the fuck, like, dude. If you got kids, what kind of real we gonna give our kids? Like, hey, that's your neighbor, but don't say shit. Don't say hi. Stay 10 feet away. Go the fuck to work. Come home. Shut the fuck up. Like y'all remember that movie, Idiocracy, where like the dumber people were surviving and they didn't know how to do crops. Nigga fed the crops with toilet water. They were like toilet water. Like that's how the fuck we gonna get to, like where we just force fed with the tube in our mouth. I'm gonna go. Thank you, government. Just getting out of control, but I don't know. I know he's talking about the $600 paycheck. Go all the way back to that. Come on, man. Don't give me $600. Instead of giving me $600, open up the fucking movie theaters, open up the gyms, open up the businesses. Fuck that. Take my $600 and let that small business open back up so I can get some Chinese food if I want to, or some hummus or some shit like that. Like that shit getting out of control, man.
Yeah, like half-ass. You might as well just close the restaurants because you open a restaurant and only half the capacity can come in. It's worthless. The restaurants need full capacity to pay their bills, you know, and to restock food, shit. Cleaning. You know what I'm saying? You need a full capacity to be able to make a profit. You know? Nah, that ain't gonna work. You know what I mean?
I think they should just come out and say, look, we're gonna do like this. We're gonna give everybody between 5-10 grand, and we're gonna reset everybody what they're behind in the housing. You know, we're gonna reset all that, and we're gonna, you know what I mean, compensate the small businesses, you know, that were running, taking losses, and then that's it. You know, like that's it. We're gonna open back up in, you know, 3 months or something.
My concern is I can't believe these motherfuckers. You called it first. You were like, hey, they're gonna do a lockdown for 10 days or whatever. Then on the 9th day of the lockdown, they're like, you know what? Shit ain't changing. Let's do another 10 days. Like, motherfucker, like what? Like, stick to what you said first. Like, I love Trump, but Trump was like, this will all blow over in the summertime. And I was waiting for the summertime, like, yeah, let's go. Let's get out there on those lakes, rivers, whatever, out here in Cali. Then they're like, all right, now Uncle Joe Pop, like, it's gonna be a dark winter. Like, what the fuck? How you know, nigga? The fuck?
How you get on TV and tell your people that like, come on, man. Get on TV and tell them it's gonna be fucked up. Just tell them.
Like it's gonna get worse before it gets better. It's like, oh man. And then you look all the news and they're like, 3 trillion people dead. And it's like, God damn, we got 3 trillion people out here in America now.
Right.
Nah, it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. But hopefully 600, 2 racks, 2,500, whatever they want to give out for free, give out for free. But my only concern too is then once they start printing money like it's fucking toilet paper, they're gonna rise the price on milk, on meat, on gas, on everything if they already haven't. Like, you know, you paid $60 for your cell phone last year or last month. This month is 65. Like, we want our money back real quick.
And I just don't want us to go into that lockdown, the one it seems like we're headed to, because to me it's like we're gonna be inside someone's gonna have to be watching us, which I'm thinking will be police or something like that. Then someone's got to be watching the police, to make sure they're watching us. So that's gonna probably be like military or something. Like, oh hell no.
Yeah, the military, they stationed all over America now. They ready. They about to do something. They getting ready for something, especially out here. This Air Force base out here. There's a whole lot of activity going on. They getting ready for out there in San Diego. They getting ready out there in Texas.
I hear by them. I live close to the McLaren Air Force Base, which was partially shut down, or I don't know if it's still going or whatever. But I say like the last 2 weeks, I've been seeing a lot of Huey helicopters, the one with the 2 blades, coming out of there a lot. Like, and I'm just looking up like, what the fuck is the Huey doing here? Like, why am I looking at a Huey? Like, a lot of air traffic's been coming from there. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Like, I only know that because my dad was in the military. He told me, like, look, that's a military helicopter, a Huey. Like, oh shit, okay. Like, with the average Joe, just like, oh, let's just go get my milk or go get my blacks or whatever.
Yeah, this operation Warp Speed or whatever. That's when the military is supposed to be distributing to us the correct vaccine. You know what I'm saying? The hydrochloroquine or something. I can never say it right. But the HCQ, the one that Trump is talking about, that cured him and all of his administration. That's what they're gonna be giving to us, and plus, eventually it will be you'll be able to buy it over the counter. You can go online and buy something right now. You know what I'm saying, for $50, $50, $60, you're like 40 pills, 45 to 60 pills. You can go online and right now and buy that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. This one that's coming out where everybody's falling out and catching allergic reactions and all that stuff, swollen tongues and shit. The military is gonna stop that because they didn't go to the correct protocol to come with a vaccine to give to people. You know what I'm saying? They didn't go through it. It takes years. You know what I'm saying? To come up with a vaccine. They did it less than a year. Like, no way. You know what I mean?
Gosh, that shit was on the shelf already, ready to go. Like, yeah, you got that vaccine in 2015. Yeah, all right. In 2020, it's going down. I'm like, get ready.
I'm just saying, like these people that's taking the vaccine better not be, you know what I'm saying, like, knock on wood for them, but they better not be dying. And then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, it's not a coronavirus-related death. It was natural causes. when anything out here is coronavirus, but you know what I'm saying, like, oh, it could have been coronavirus. They took the vaccine. Like, it was just some asthma. Like, well, hold on, I thought asthma was COVID-19. Like, hold on, what are we doing here? Oh, they just having trouble breathing, too much overweight. Like, well, hold on, ain't that coronavirus? Like,
yeah. I seen a stat. 43% of all deaths in Georgia from coronavirus. 43% of all deaths in Georgia from coronavirus. Those people had gunshot wounds in their body, but they died from coronavirus. Like, come on, man. You had a gunshot wound in your body, but they called it COVID. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, it's funny how coronavirus cured cancer, cured lung disease, cured AIDS, cured old age, cured gunshots, cured car accidents. Yeah, it's funny how coronavirus cured all that stuff.
It's crazy. It's crazy on a small scale. I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day. She came in and she wasn't feeling good, and I was just joking around like, oh, corona, and she got so scared like, yo, shut the fuck up. Yo, they gonna send me home. They gonna kick me out. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. I don't got corona. I was like, look, man, you can't just tell motherfuckers you got the common cold no more. Like, motherfuckers be like, nah, you got that corona. Yeah. Go ahead, her. You got that corona. Get out of here. Like, nigga can't just have allergies. Like, I got a runny nose. Like, that nigga got corona. Like, just
pretty soon they're gonna say blood pressure is corona.
My coworker, they made him go home he was gone for like a week and a half. He came back with the paperwork. He just had a regular cold. You know, he went to the doctor and everything. He just had a regular cold. He had to miss. It was paid, I'm pretty sure, but he missed like a week and a half of work for a regular cold. You know what I mean?
They don't pay you all your money that you lost nothing. But the thing I was dealing with, especially coming up to Christmas, we must have had like 7 people call out for the week talking about they were at a party with somebody that was corona, blah, blah, blah. They was using that shit in their advantage. Like, yeah, fuck Christmas week. I'm going to take this whole week off and say I got corona. I was getting tired of that shit. Like, yo, man, I'm still here. Then you get corona from the gas station, from the grocery store. Shit, you could have gave me corona. I could have gave it back to you. Talking about you want a week off. Man, I'm like, what the fuck? They was using that shit as a vacation time. Well, my dumb ass was still going to work. Like, no corona, no corona. But, yeah, man, I know, like I said, we're getting way off topic. There's another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about, man. Just, look, how do y'all feel? I know that, like, we going from this to something, like, way over here, but fuck all that. How y'all feel about dinosaurs?
Me personally, I never really believed in dinosaurs. It was just something too far-fetched for me to kind of grasp in my head, like, and then all of a sudden they just disappeared. You know, I didn't buy the story. You know, like I didn't buy none of it.
Well, through the years, you know what I'm saying, they're finding a big ass bone, like as a child and all that shit. They find the big ass bones and all that. I believe it, all that stuff. And through the years, you hear scientists and theorists talking about how the way they show the Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know what I'm saying? It would have, if they were that big and the way they're built, they wouldn't have. They would have been falling down all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Because the gravity wouldn't have worked out for him to be able to run and chase something. You know what I mean? The balance of it wouldn't have worked out. I've been hearing stuff like that and little things. Then I got a hint to the Draconians. You know what I'm saying? The reptiles and all that shit. You know.
Oh, okay.
And then they put that together to be like saying, then I finally heard, it's a website called the Orion Lines, orionlines.com. But basically he said the theory of the dinosaur is false. It's just to throw people off of the existence of reptiles, of the reptilian species. You know what I'm saying? And they're called the Draconians. But that's basically their bones that are being found. Because they live for hundreds of years, but they do die. You feel me? So that's basically saying that's their bones that they're finding. But they threw in like, oh, just call it dinosaurs. You know what I'm saying? Not to scare off the human race.
What always tripped me out about dinosaurs, like, 'cause when I was young, I loved dinosaurs. Like, dinosaurs and G.I. Joes was like, fighting, like whatever. Had my little Stegosaurus. Like, I love dinosaurs. But as I got older, like I said, just using your own brain, using common sense, I was like, where the fuck are all these dinosaurs at? Like, who finds dinosaurs? To me, it was always odd that the only motherfucker that find dinosaurs goes looking for dinosaurs. Like, we got hella construction going on all the time in America, digging shit up for oil, gold, whatever, farmers, whatever. They be like, no bones nowhere. Supposedly these motherfuckers scattered the earth, but no bones. But then when they find a bone, they be like, yeah, that's right. This bone belonged to a pterodactyl. Like, what the fuck? Like, we all got PS5s or Xbox. Like that's like me taking off one component of a PS4, like a computer chip or whatever, throwing it at you, and you looking at it like, you know what? This was a T-Rex. He was like 42 feet tall, and this, like, what the fuck? Like, nah, hell no. Or this was, my bad, this was an Xbox PS4. Yeah, this was the PS4. Like, what the fuck? You can't take this much of something and be like, speculate to what the fuck it is. That's what always started throwing me off when I got older. Like, come on, man. You only find out of stores when you go looking for them. And when you do you find a fingernail or a tooth or some shit like that. They'd be like, yeah, this was this breed or this brand or whatever. I was like, man, that shit don't add up.
like there's some things like when you when they say like more of like the ice age, like when like mammoths and saber-tooth tiger, like I can see. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like I can see that. You know, like, okay, this is like a big ass tiger, you know what I mean? Like a bigger tiger, a
Yeah.
bigger elephant or whatever. You know, I could kind of be like, someone's like, well, that mammoth, that became an elephant. I'll be like, okay, you know, okay. Now, if they say like that bird was a pterodactyl, like, what? They don't even look the same. Like they don't even got the same skin. Like you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, oh hell no. Like the T-Rex was what? You know, like what's the T-Rex? What's the T-Rex spot? A bear? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. To me, it's just so fake because it's just like they only really try to talk to you about dinosaurs when you're in like a certain age group. To me, you ever notice they don't talk to grown folks about dinosaurs? You know what I mean? They ain't talking to me or you. They try to put that with our kids at a young age, like like the Tooth Fairy or something. You know, and it's like once you hit high school, they ain't talking about dinosaurs no more. That's it. That's for all.
They plant that seed in early, you start watering it like, yeah, yeah. So you always be like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dinosaurs exist. The meteor hit the earth. They died out, whatever, whatever. But another thing that always trips me out though, like I was saying, like you go to a museum, motherfucker be like, that's a dinosaur skeleton. Did y'all know 90% to 95% of that they make up? Like they might find the head skull or the claw or whatever. The rest they gotta build out to scale. Like, okay, if this is the foot, then the leg has to look like this, and so forth and so on. Like, man, they haven't found 100% skeleton of nothing that is a dinosaur lookalike. Maybe a reptilian, like CDP said, but it just, like you said, when the early age you go to the museum, like, oh, dinosaurs. And then now it's like, nah, nigga, miss me with that. How the fuck, like you said, how a T Rex gonna be a canary now? How the fuck is Stegosaurus gonna be a fucking blue jay? That shit don't make sense, man. That shit don't add up. That's why I just wanted to bring up dinosaurs real quick to be like, what the fuck? Like y'all ever sit back and think about that bullshit? Like,
They
man,
only try to slide that shit to a certain age demographic. You know, when you talking adults and dinosaurs, you're talking about Jurassic Park. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like other than that, don't give a fuck about no dinosaurs. They ain't talking about like when's the last time you seen a commercial about a dinosaur that wasn't like movie or food related, you know? Like they ain't trying to educate or reach out. Like I'll even see them be like penguins are dying, you know, in Antarctica or you know, I've seen commercials like that. I ain't never seen like, yo, never forget about the dinosaurs, like never forget, like but they'll be in there spending like months, you know what I'm saying, feeding that shit to our kids, you know, at different stages and grades.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that always trips me out too is like, sorry, CDP. The thing that always trips me out too is like, I think it was like mid '90s where they cloned the sheep. That was the first clone that they talked about. Like, hey, we cloned the sheep, Sarah or something in UK. Nigga, if you could clone a sheep and you got this claw, scrape that DNA off and let me see what that motherfucker looks like when he gets big. Now I said nigga's gonna be like 6 foot tall, looking like a reptile, sucking people's brains out or something. Like, the fuck? I just don't get it. Like, Jurassic Park as a movie is a great movie, but why not make that into a reality? Like, yeah, look at these. Fuck, you don't even gotta do dinosaurs. Do it to the Egyptians. You got the pharaoh over there. Clone the pharaoh. Have that motherfucker be like, yo, how was it in Egypt 4,000 years ago? Like, they just feed us a lot of bullshit. And to me, dinosaurs is one of them. That's why I just want to bring it up. Like, man, motherfuckers be like, now I seen the other day they found these things that look like rocks, but they falling apart real quick. They were like, oh, that's dinosaur fossilized poop. How the fuck you know? How the fuck you know? You know what I'm saying? That shit could just be a bullshit rock.
If dinosaurs was real, we would be worshiping them like Godzilla. You know what I mean? Like one day they may return. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I know they ain't real. You know, it's like, man, we would be there'd be statues and it'd be all kind of shit. We'd be like, shit, what if they come back one day, you know? That's why, like, man, they know they ain't coming back because they was never here. They ain't real. It's like whale bones, whatever bones, you know, shit like that.
Yeah, you hit it with the whalebone. That's what I was gonna go. I was like, all right, I'll play devil's advocate. If an asteroid hit this Earth, clouds, whatever, died out, cold age. What about the oceans? They never froze over. So what about the big ass like fucking shark looking like dinosaurs? They should be still down there fucking shit up, like you terrorizing boats or whatever. You get too close to the shore, you get swallowed up by whatever. Like that shit just like you said, it's just a fairy tale. It's just Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, whatever. Easter Bunny and dinosaurs, all in the same category.
The website I'm trying to find will tell you all about the reptilians and the draconians. The website is www.theorionlines.com. TheOrionLines.com. TheOrionLines.com. That'll explain everything to you about the draconians and the reptiles through written reviews, and it's like videos all through little videos you can scroll through and see.
How big were they talking about those draconians being or reptiles?
Huh?
How big? Like, were they like 10 foot tall? Were they like, because some of these dinosaurs, like a Brontosaurus Rex, they'd be like, oh, that's tall as the statue building or whatever. Like, if this motherfucker was 50 stories tall, why we can't find one complete one? How you gonna put this in a museum? If this motherfucker was so big, how this motherfucker only 2 stories tall now?
They could be the same size as us. They could be the same size as us, all the way up to like 20 feet tall. What I heard when I read, you know what I mean? Probably even bigger than that, but they could be our size or up to 20 feet tall for hundreds of years. You know what I mean?
See, 20 foot tall, that's only 2 stories. But like I said, I remember reading books when I was younger where they were like, this motherfucker's bitch's Statue of Liberty or whatever. Like, how you gonna hide that? How you gonna have that shit everywhere but try to hide it?
I see some 2 stores walking up on me talking and shit. I'll fall out.
I'll let you talk first. I'll be behind the corner like, yo, is it good? Yeah, fuck all that.
Yeah, dude, I ain't never been really one for dinosaurs. Fuck that.
What? Like I said, we just want to hop on, man, and give our thoughts about this $600 paycheck that hopefully y'all get soon. Hopefully it's 2,000 or fuck 2,000. Excuse me. Hopefully it's 3,000 pounds a month, like our people across the pond are getting. Let's start getting some real money. You know what I'm saying? Some of that real money. I got love for Cambodians, Iranians, Australians, whoever else got that money. But send that shit back. You don't need that shit. Send that shit back over to America, man. Give me that money you owe us.
You want to see some crazy shit? Well, I just texted in Nevada, a morgue employee arrested for pimping out corpses for sex.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Hey, but you know what? But before we go, I was touching back on what Marcus was saying, about the dinosaurs. I think that's why the movie industry is like so fucked up. I think the left got like all these comic book movies pumping to where it's like that's all there is now. You know what I mean? Like all them old Commando. You know what I mean? Or I'm just saying a lot of creativity. It's just like things have just gotten so far out there with movie concepts. It's like that's all we living off of is comic book movies now. That's all everybody waiting on. And now you see like Star Wars is back, so everything's just like all far out now. But I think that's why the Marvel movies, the comic book movies in general, just went on. Batman was always big, you know what I mean? So it don't matter whatever. But the Marvel thing, like this thing where it's like now those are the movies of the year and shit. Like that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, those are original ideas. Shout out to my Uncle Bruno. Y'all both know Bruno. He stayed with me for a while or stay with him, whatever. But no bullshit. I remember talking to him one time and movies were coming out the year I was talking. 90% of the movies that came out that year, he was like, oh, this is a remake from 57, or this is a remake from 72, whatever. There's no original ideas in Hollywood no more until Marvel or comic book. Then they're like, yeah, let's jump on this shit real quick. Like probably 1% of all movies that come out are original thought, original idea. And motherfuckers will be like, this is trash. Show me the Star Wars 3. This is garbage. Yeah. So yeah. You ain't lying. You ain't lying about that Marvel shit just taking off. Motherfuckers were like, something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it was reaching its height, you know what I'm saying, during you know what I'm saying, Obama's run. I'm just like, I think that's why the movies, you know what I'm saying, the people who in power behind the scenes, I think that's what they're pushing these far out, like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's like everything, almost every movie you're looking forward to, Avatar, you know, it's like an out there concept. Tenet, you know what I mean? It's like everything's just hella far out there in the movie. Like you said, maybe it could be no creativity. To me, I just think I don't know. For me, I just think it's like political related. I just think the movies have just gotten all far out there for a reason. But that's for another episode. Everybody in Stockton, be safe. You know what I'm saying? Y'all take care of yourself. You know, the virus, you know what I'm saying? Protect yourself from it because there is people really dying out there, you know? And stay safe. That's it.
Hey, yeah, sorry, CDP, real quick. If the virus, I'm just gonna leave it alone. But if one of your family members or whatever, they on that death certificate says died of COVID, give that person more money than $600. They lost a loved one supposedly to COVID. Give them more than 600. Fuck. But sorry, CDP, go ahead. I was just thinking about that real quick.
I was gonna say that any comments, any replies, you want merchandise, I just want to give a shout out. Hit us up at our email. It's www.3reasons, the number 3reasons2020@gmail.com. 3reasons2020@gmail.com, and send us a little Christmas present. Send us some love. Send us $600. Send us $600. Send a little PayPal. Cash App. Sorry about that. Cash App at $CDP209. Yeah, stay prayed up. Let us smoke this fire. Read and research. TV is back right now. Read and research. And you get your answers.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Don't take my word for it. I'm just a regular motherfucker, man. Do your own research. Look up everything. Don't trust me. Don't trust your wife. Well, trust your wife, I guess, your husband, but don't trust your neighbor. Nigga, just double check everything. That's all I can say. Double check, triple check. Y'all be safe. Happy late Christmas. Happy New Year. Common Sense and Marcus out. Smash that like button.